Right, well, today we're going to go back to the civilian market. We're going to take a look at this meal from Sopacko. It's a civilian MRE. Just based off of the date code I can see on the crackers right here. This is a 2010 production meal. Late 2010, but still 2010. It's a Sloppy Joe filling barbecue sauce with beef. And as you can see, it has the standard MRE components that come with the civilian MRE. So let's take a look and see what all that is. It says it has a peelable seal. Let's see if that actually works. Oh, this one actually worked. It actually let me peel it open. So let's take a look and see what we got. Of course, we know we've got the entree. Turn that around the right way. Comes with the crackers. We've got our sport with the salt and pepper and napkin. It's a civilian kit, so no, we don't get the funny little spoon. Got our flameless ration heater. Got chunky peanut butter and cheese spread. Wow, that's the first time I've ever seen both of them in the same package. Interesting. You have an orange flavored juice or drink. Actually, you have two. Whoa, they've really done some improvements. And a Mocha dessert bar. Wow, this is actually really impressive. I can be completely honest with you. I've rarely seen the cheese spread in any of the civilian MREs. It's almost always peanut butter. So I don't know if this was a mistake or if it's something that started adding in, but that is awesome. Two beverages is really cool. That I haven't seen before. But one thing I do notice, normally they have the deep rich coffee in with the cutlery kit, and this one does not. So apparently that's why you have two orange beverages, to make up for that lack of coffee. So, well, this is going to be real interesting. Let's break this open and get this started heating in our flameless ration heater and see what happens. Be right back, y'all. Right, so, in case you can't hear, my boys in the background deciding to roll around a little bit and have some fun, so ignore that. We decided to go disposable today with our cup, since all we have is the orange beverage, so that way we get a better idea of what it does. Orange flavored, no fruit juice, beverage base powder orange, add to half a canteen cup, 12 ounces, which we've got 12 ounces of water right there. So let's see if this has the same issues with mixing up that some of the others do. Because remember, we are looking at 7 years old here, but everything looks to be completely good and fresh. No clumping, beverage base poured out perfectly. So that's a good sign right there. All right, and of course, let's pop open our sport kit here. Almost lost the salt and pepper. Notice, no Tabasco, no coffee, creamer, sugar, none of that stuff, which, like I say, is kind of surprising, but you do get two drinks. You get the peanut butter and the dessert bar, the cheese, the crackers, and the entree, so that's actually a pretty decent meal. All right, yeah, a little bit of clumping at the bottom, but it's stirring really well. See if we can get that mixed up good. Get a nice little orange color to it. All right, so let's do this. We're going to look at the crackers, and this is usually a good judge. Let's see if we hear it. Yep, got the hiss. Crackers are in decent shape. They are breaking up a little bit, but not too bad. To be 7 years old, that's actually a little bit more than I expected. a little bit better than I expected, I guess is the way I should put it. Now with your peanut butter and your cheese spread, you always want to knead the packages before you open them, just to help get everything distributed and mixed up, and also to get it more mobile. You know, warm it up a little bit, get some mobility, makes things a little easier. All right. So here, let's do this. So we got 2 crackers. We're going to take this one and break it in half. Come back like this. And this will be our testers. Now I can feel the chunks in this chunky peanut butter, so it's definitely a chunky style. A little bit of air in there, but it's coming out real good. So, chunky peanut butter. Now let's knead the cheese spread. And the good thing about both of these is they do still feel tight. They don't feel like there's been any oxidation or any expansions. So this looks like it has been a well-kept meal. The flameless ration heater is going decently, and of course, you know, I used my normal trick, the saline. Something about adding that little extra bit of salt just makes these things go hyperactive. And if you ain't got saline, use some of the iodized salt that comes in the accessory pack. I just happen to have a good amount of this saline left hanging around, so I'm able to put it to use. Nice and warming. All right, back to our cheese spread here. Okay, well, got a little bit of a, not sure the color on that, so let's get this out, because usually one of the first indicators the cheese spread has gone bad is it turns dark. This one still has, well, it's still good and pliable. Still a nice yellowish color. Move this out of here real quick. All right, and then of course our other item that we have, our Mocha dessert bar. Now, I've tried these things before. They are really good. The only thing I can't remember is, yes, they do actually have spray-dried coffee, i.e. freeze-dried coffee, which means that it may only be a small amount, but these do have a touch of caffeine in them. And this has a very good seal on it as well. So let's set this to the side real quick. Hardly any sticking inside the pouch. It doesn't look like there's any oxidation. Maybe a little bit. Not much though. So we got the dessert bar. It's good to go. So while we finish waiting on the Sloppy Joe to heat up, let's give a couple of these things a try. Give this one more quick stir. Yeah, I feel some clumping in the bottom, but not as much as there was before. So this is probably going to be a little bit weak, but that's all right. It'll tell us what we need to know. All right, so has a good orange smell to it. A little weak, but it tastes like orange Gatorade, orange beverage. It tastes like an orange beverage. So it isn't the fortified that you get with some of the breakfast menus that has more of the tang type flavor to it. But it's good. It works. Let's give this baby a try. Cheese looks good. Still in good shape. Smells good. We'll see how it does. Yep. Cheese is good to go. Tastes like a fresh. Like I say, I'm really surprised to see that in there, because normally you don't see the cheese spread in them, but that's really good. So let's try this peanut butter. Give me a minute. Yep. Tastes like a fresh open jar of Jif. Got a good flavor to it. No rancidness from the oils. Everything's still in good shape. All right, Sloppy Joe. What's interesting is this has the side cuts, which makes it easier to eat out of, but in this case we're not going to need that because we're eating out the tray. So let's peel this sucker back and see what we get. Smells interesting. All right, here's some Sloppy Joe filling. Looks meaty. Smell leans more towards like a Hormel chili, but sweeter. But I've never had canned Sloppy Joe, so I can't really compare it to anything else. But it's in good shape. Yeah, it's the same meat they used in the chili. That I can tell. Texture-wise and taste-wise. The sauce is different. It is a sweeter sauce, like you would find with a Sloppy Joe. All in all, it's not bad. I mean, it's definitely filling. Well, let's see how these two combine. Because when I think Sloppy Joe, I think buns, but unless you're Canadian, you're not getting buns in your ration. This was good with the bread, but now I'm curious. How would it do with a little bit of the cheese? Let's find out. Interesting. Not sure about that. It gives it a good flavor, but the texture just, I don't know, something about the sauce and the cheese with the oils mixing together, it just tastes kind of weird on the tongue. That's all right though. Well, so let's go ahead and test this dessert bar. These things are good. It's almost kind of like fudge because it's real compact, but it doesn't have that sweetness that fudge has and that hint of coffee in with the chocolate. It's more like a dark chocolate than that coffee in with it gives it just enough to counterbalance the sweetness. But it's a really good dessert bar. So, right. Well then, I'm going to finish up lunch real quick. This is the Sopacko, a 2010 Civilian Sloppy Joe filling MRE. Very surprised with the contents, and also this one has been very well stored because it is almost like new. Great shape, great longevity, great ration. So I'm going to finish my lunch. Y'all have a good one.